Konnichiwa, Mina. This is Sakura, and you're watching PokeCast. Today's video is going to be a top 6 PlayStation Tetris games. I had to do this one because, well, I love Tetris, and there's 6 games for the PlayStation 1, and I want to do it. So let's go ahead and head over to the rules and explain what it takes to be on this list. Rule number 1, of course, it has to have Tetris in the name. And if there was a Tetris attack available for this system, it would also be in the list, so sorry, but that's just the rules. I know people hate that, but unfortunately, as long as it follows my rules, it is in the list. Luckily, there is no such thing, so we're safe on that one. Moving on. Alright, new rule number 2. It has to be on the PlayStation 1. As long as it was released to the PlayStation 1, it is on this list. Technically, there is 7 Tetris games. I'll get to why there's only 6 list, but all of these were released to the PlayStation 1, and that is why they're on the list. So let's go ahead and get started on with the first game. Coming in at number 6, we have Tetris X. Now, there is a couple of reasons why this one is at the last of the list. But there's also some really good things about the game too. Number 1, of course, it would be, here's classic Tetris. It's still exactly what we wanted Tetris to be. It's a lot of fun. And they use food as background, and maybe that is why I put it at number 6, is because it makes me too hungry to want to play the game. That, of course, is not the reason. That's actually going to be the next part of the video I'm going to be showing, which is the next major thing, which was a great innovation, but then they completely ruined it. Right here is the battle part of the game. Now, for anybody who has actually played the Super Famicom game, Tetris Battle Gaijin, then you know where these characters are from. The major thing that these characters were a part of is that you would be able to build up power-ups and attack each other. This is completely out of the game, and that made me very, very sad. Not only that, but the computer cheats like crazy, and wasn't very fun. But no, seriously, the main reason why this game is at the last is because bringing the characters back was a fantastic thing, and then it was completely destroyed because they left out certain features, and that's why this is number 6. Coming in at number 5, we have the Tetris, also known as Super Light 1500 the Tetris. This is basically a watered-down version of Tetris that was very cheap to pick up. Now, I really like this because it is, out of all of them that have a background, personally one of my favorite background things. All this Tetris has is single player and multiplayer, a 2-player mode only. That's all this game has. It is the simplest version of Tetris you can buy for a decent price. And the one thing I loved about playing this game is that it's an adventure while you play. So as you can see, the background has Tetris pieces in space, and as we continue to play, the pictures actually change and have different things. So I found it very fun and enjoyable for a watered down version with no real features except for single player, 2-player mode. That's all it has. And because that's all it was, it actually made it, in my opinion, better than Tetris X, because since Tetris X took out certain things that I really wanted in the game, this one, just, here's Tetris for you. Enjoy. And like I said, I love the backgrounds. That's one thing I really enjoyed. So, really great game to pick up, and I just wish we had stuff like this here in the United States during this time. I think that was pretty cool. Alright, so that right there is number 5. Moving on. Coming in at number 4, we have the 2 games I was saying that would be kind of get together, which is the next Tetris and the, in a sense, expansion pack, the next Tetris DLX. Okay, so basically what is this game? It is an enhanced version of Tetris 2. That's basically what it is. The thing that makes this different from Tetris 2 is that if the pieces touch each other just like this, they actually fuse together, which can really hinder your gameplay. Now, this is the next Tetris, the US edition, and there are some major differences between the two. The major differences as we go into the next Tetris DLX is the biggest thing is they actually added in multiplayer. That was the biggest thing, is that multiplayer is in the DLX version, which was only a Japanese release, which kind of made me a little sad that, why was it Japan was the only one to get the multiplayer one. But that's why these two are together, is because really all this is just an enhanced version of the game to, expand on it. But really love playing this game. Different type of modes on there. You even have a CD player if you can actually just listen to the music of the game. Brilliant, in my opinion. And being inspired by Tetris 2, this game really, really makes you think. And because the pieces can fuse, makes you really have to think. Of course, you have classic Tetris and Tetris, the next Tetris on here as well. So that's why it comes in at number 4, the next Tetris and the next Tetris DLX, is because I find this an amazing game to play. Absolutely love it. Alright, moving on to the next game. Coming in at number 3, we have, in my personal opinion, the evilest computer out of all the Tetrises. And that is the Magical Tetris Challenge. This is a phenomenal Tetris. There is no such thing as a single player mode, if you will, because it just isn't the same unless you're actually going against a computer. And the thing that I like about this is, instead of really going with the garbage that Tetris likes to do, let's add some Puyo Pop in there. Some Puyo in there, which basically, just like Puyo and Puzzle League, the more lines you're able to do, the more crap you send over to your people. And it gets evil. I'm not joking about that. To where you will have like a 30-piece Tetris piece that you have to drop. As you can see right there, I just threw over some things, and that's actually one of the worst ones to get. He's going to get like tons and tons of just 4s. But the pieces themselves just go out of the way. There is a storyline, which makes it nice. You can pick it from several Disney characters. And like right here, watch Mickey. He has really big and awkward pieces. Yes. With how the game goes, there's a lot of different things about the game I really like. I was saying, there is a storyline to have fun, and the computer is just pure evil. I think it's, like I said, one of the hardest computers to actually play against that I had to do. And it's only one-on-one, not like Tetris X, which has up to 4 players. This one just is flat-out brutal. Oh, right there's what I'm talking about. You're going to see me get... Well, both of us are getting huge ones. Look at these things. Yeah, it's that bad. Love that it has the Disney characters in here. Love the music of this game. And it's just a fantastic Tetris to get because it's extremely challenging. And it is available for multiple different systems. So this is one of the easier ones to get hold of. And that's why I put this one at number 3. It's just because it adds so much more to the Tetris. So you not feel like you're just playing, another Tetris game. It actually is its own Tetris, which makes it really nice. Coming in at number 2 is a personal favorite of mine, Tetris Plus. Now, I know this one was featured on the other Tetris Top 10, and I will reiterate, this is probably one of the hardest Tetrises to play, because it is a flat-out puzzle. And believe me, when I was recording the footage, I think I killed the professor about 8 times before I actually passed this level. The whole story about this game is you guys are explorers. You're the professor, that's your beautiful niece. Or daughter. I forget what her relationship is. Anyway, moving on. You have to clear the green blocks to have them drop down to go into the structure that you guys have chosen to search. And believe me, if there was no save feature, this game would make me cry even worse, because it's a puzzle-based Tetris. You do have classic mode, you do have multiplayer on both sides of the spectrum, and it's just a great Tetris to play. And I love what it does. It's its own unique type of Tetris, and trying to keep the professor alive is rather annoying. At times you just want to kill him because he just doesn't get it go down. Definitely one of the top Tetris, I'd say, to pick up and own, just because it's available on multiple different platforms. I think there's at least 5 different systems this is on, including the Game Boy. So definitely one worth looking at, and wholly worth picking up, especially if you like to play Tetris, but you want more of an adventure and a kind of a silly storyline. This is a great puzzle version, and I really enjoy this one, and that is why it is number 2. Alright, to recap, coming in at number 6 we have Tetris X, here because they had some characters, but they left out the major reason why they had the characters. Coming in at number 5 we have the Tetris, which is a simple version of Tetris, really watered down, and it has all the essentials with beautiful backgrounds. Coming in at number 4 we have the next Tetris series, which is inspired by Tetris 2, and just phenomenal. I love this game. Coming in at number 3 we have the Magical Tetris Challenge, featuring Disney characters, inspired also by Poya and Puzzle League. Fantastic game. Coming in at number 2 we have Tetris Plus, a new look on Tetris and a phenomenal puzzle game. So, what could be better in all these games? Well, there's only one Tetris for the PlayStation that is what it is. And that is, of course, Tetris with Cardcaptor Sakura Eternal Heart. When I found out this was on the PlayStation, I immediately went to eBay, bought it, and I couldn't wait to play it. And also my friend now hates me because I have this. Basically, this game is inspired by multiple different things. As you can see right here, it is actually inspired by Tetris 2. You have to make all of these orbs disappear and able to capture the card. Now, the thing that makes it really fun is that every card has a certain ability. So the longer you take to capture the card, the chances of the card actually messing you up is bound to happen. And believe me, as you can see right here, it's not the worst I've had, but you can basically play through, in a sense, the story, capturing all of the major cards. And each one, you're basically playing Tetris 2. After you have unlocked the magical seal, then Sakura is allowed to capture the card, and then it becomes yours. After that, we get to see, her capturing the card, making it hers, and a bit of a story. The best part of all, audio. So we actually get to hear the voice actresses and voice actors speaking, so there's no subtitles. I really enjoyed that. Now, that's not the only reason why this game makes the top of my list. We have Tetris 2 inspired, using the anime to help, bring it alive, and then we got this. This right here is the multiplayer that's available on here. It is Tetris Battle Gaijin with a little twist. Instead of you actually having unique power-ups per character, or per costume you can unlock for Sakura, you have different abilities that happen, and also you have the trash. which can really screw you up just like that. This makes it phenomenal. I was having so much fun playing this because it's what I loved, and which made me really sad that Tetris X did not have it in the game. This one, however, has my Tetris 2, my Tetris Battle Gaijin. I better say, if I just keep on saying that wrong, I do apologize, because I know I'm not going to hit the end of it in the comments. Go ahead and have your fun. Moving on. But you have all this, and not only do we have all this, but to make it even better, we get to unlock a ton of crap. You know, we can unlock the different costumes, the different characters. We can actually go in and then look at all the artwork we unlock. We can rehear the scenes. We can even have a card database section to where we can read up on the cards if you can read Japanese, and so much more. I mean, this game, when they decided to mix Cardcaptor and Sakura with Tetris, they didn't hold back. They went all out with this game and added everything possible for we can fall in love with it, enjoy it, and at the same time enjoy an amazing anime. This is truly the best Tetris available for the PlayStation 1. So, at number 1, it is definitely Tetris with Cardcaptor Sakura Eternal Heart. It is, without a doubt, the best Tetris game for PlayStation 1, and I really enjoy making this list because I love playing Tetris. It's, you know, one of my favorite puzzle games out there, or style of puzzle games, I should say, and I'm happy that when they went out of their way to make each of these games, that most of them actually brought something new to the table. That made me very happy. So that's why, especially this one, the final one, at number 1, Sakura, I found myself really falling in love with the game because there's so much to do with it, so much to unlock, so much to enjoy, and you know, a lot of the other Tetrises I really do like. Tetris X, oh, it's still a Tetris game at least. It now makes it hard for me to have to decide on which Tetris game I want to play. Of course, I'm going to probably beat this one before I focus on any of the other games. So, if anybody's looking for a great game for Tetris, here's all the different ones that are available for PlayStation. I hope you guys have enjoyed this list. Go ahead and write down what's your favorite Tetris game down below. And, you know, if there's any recommendations you guys want to hear, you know, shoot me a private message, either on Twitter or here on YouTube, or even on Facebook, and I'll consider looking at the list, because I do like getting requests, because then it makes it hard for me, you know, and fun. Well, hope you guys have enjoyed. This is T. Sakura saying ciao and sayonara.